Welcome to MMA MADE, the best MMA show around the world. Mighty Devin Devo Taylor.
Am I coming back as champ?
Actually, I wasn't going to bring that up yet, but you're not. Yeah, the last episode we talked about was Warren against, he was supposed to fight Dantas, and then Silva came in to replace him, and Warren won.
And Silva almost won that one, too.
Yeah, he got him in that submission, like a submission attempt first round, I think? It's been so damn long.
Yeah, I thought he had him.
Yeah.
I thought he dropped him, and then was looking to finish him. No, I think you're right. He had him as a real tight submission right at the end of the round.
Yeah. Anyways, we're so happy to be back. We've been on a 6-7 week hiatus, break type thing. We do have a lot to talk about. You know what? Even though it's been 6-7 weeks, what have you, it just feels fluid. It feels good. I'm happy to be back.
Feels natural.
It really does.
That comfort zone right here feels good.
So we're not going to do any champion. We're going to start off clean slate.
Nice.
So we're both going to be 0-0.
Because you counted up last year?
0-0.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
I was probably killing you last year.
I don't know. I haven't counted it up, actually.
I know you haven't.
Did you? Because you were like taking your number and multiplying it to make it look better?
Well, yeah, you divide your number by 3 and multiply my number by 3.
Perfect.
Yeah, I killed you.
Yeah, well, it's possible. I don't know. I think we pretty much were...
It was close.
It was close. It was close.
Couldn't have been that far off.
But this year we're gonna have we got a green screen now, which I'm happy, so we can do some cool special effects, and we're working on that green screen.
I'm a little nervous about you with the green screen. I think the potential.
It can get pretty good.
Yeah,
it can get
I'm
pretty.
A little worried.
I already have a couple things planned, not necessarily for you. But for Juan, I think me and Flip have some good stuff planned for Juan. We're going to tell him we're filming one thing, but in fact, we're going to dub in a whole bunch of other stuff. And
nice.
I won't get into what it's going to be, but...
Well, hopefully he won't watch this, because then he would know.
Well, I'm talking about a different Juan and Flip, not the ones that live out here that we hang out with. Yeah, some other guys.
Good save.
Yeah, you like that?
Good save.
He'll never...
If you think about it.
Dude, even if he's watching this, he's not paying attention to what we're saying anyway. He's probably
he just
like...
stares at you a little bit, or...
ADD, bro. ADD.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
He's like playing a game, too.
Probably. Probably. And he'll say, oh, yeah, it was great. I loved it when you guys talked about that fight. And that's pretty, real vague, so, kind of...
Like what I do, basically.
Pretty much, yes. Pretty much.
Cool.
But no, I'm excited. We will have that graphic probably as soon as next week. Actually, we don't have any fight. There is a fight this weekend. Is there a fight this week? Dude, I'm so discombobulated right now. Obviously, there's a fight Friday, right? No, there's not. Is there? Dude, we're horrible.
We should have looked into this.
Probably should have looked. I was just so excited to get the show going. No, this Friday...
I don't think there's a fight. I don't think there's a UFC fight.
No. This weekend's what, the 21st? Yeah, the next fight's the 28th. That's Marquardt against... Help me out here. Nate Marquardt against Tahuna. And it's in Auckland. And our boy Soa's fighting on that card. Boo! Yeah, see, I just had to think about it for a second. It's all good. That's cool. That's a good card. Okay. It's a free card. It's one of the fight nights. FX1 or one of those. Yeah, I think it's going to be Fox Sports 1.
All right.
Yep. Speaking of which, I've been using the hell out of my Fight Pass. That's pretty cool.
You have been.
I really have been.
Because at first you were a little nervous. Hesitant, I would say.
And I think we touched on this before.
You touch on a lot of things.
I do touch things. I like to touch things. It makes me feel better.
You touch some of my things, and I don't like the way it makes me feel.
No. I don't never touch your things.
I don't like the way it makes me feel.
Being a spoiled American, I'm not ashamed to say it. I'm a spoiled American. You're a spoiled American.
Whoa. Just because you're not ashamed to say it doesn't mean
probably more spoiled than I am. Mr. Bling Bling over here. Oh, before I get too far, speaking of which, everyone that's watched this right now just got to see our brand new intro.
They loved it.
I think they did. What did you think?
We kind of skipped over that, like they did love it, but y'all loved it.
Well, the intro was already created.
Don't act like you didn't, because you loved it.
we skipped over it because we're here doing the show. Intro was already done, right?
That's true. Like, we don't actually watch the intro as it's happening.
Exactly. And here's the thing. I know I'm all over the place tonight, and I apologize.
He really is.
But
really is.
The thing is, we filmed that intro in February.
That's a long time ago.
A long time ago.
That's like in the past.
It's like Back to the Future, gigawatts. And go back to season 1.
It's still racist. How did they get away with that?
Oh, man. Because it's Doc Brown, bro. You
racist.
But basically, we filmed it, and we had plans to use it season 1. We never did, and then it's like, we're so close to getting into this season. Let's just keep it. And long story short is, we've been sitting on that footage for a while, and then, and this is even crazier, is I didn't even take it out of the camera because I used a totally different camera than we normally use for the shows, for that video shoot, as you know, because you were there. And I never even got it out of the camera until like a few weeks ago. And then, of course, our boy, Felipe, one of the shots he was filming, it was all jacked up, and I was not happy.
Yeah, he's a terrible, terrible cameraman.
Yeah, Flip, you son of a motherless goat. I have to keep it simple in case there's kids watching. We try to keep it family-orientated.
I don't even know what a motherless goat is.
It's what Flip is from. He's from a motherless goat.
Wow.
Yeah. That's like a bastard son is basically what it is.
Oh, okay. I see where you're going with that.
Yeah, pretty much. Anyways, back on track. We were talking about the intro, the fight, and I don't even know what the hell I was talking about.
Fight pass, but no
Fight pass.
No one cares.
Thank you. No one was paying attention. I mean,
obviously I was, but you weren't.
It's season 2, so I think we're up to maybe like 20 viewers now. 20.
Ooh, that's a big jump.
It was a bit because
while we were on break, we got more viewers. That's good.
And you know what? To segue again and get off track like we always do, since we were
you're saying we, like you're putting me in the boat, but I'm not in the boat.
You are in the boat.
You're in the boat by yourself.
Right here.
This is not the boat.
This is the boat right here.
No, you're on the boat over
You're
there
on
by
the stern. I'm on the bow. Those are actual boat terminologies. I don't even own a boat, but that sounds pretty legit.
Are we ashore? Stern.
But
port side.
I
got it. Like people don't go on boats very often, so it's not really.
It's not that you don't like boats. It's the
well, in order to get on a boat, you might have to swim.
Yes.
The fear of swimming.
I'm gonna say it's not the boat. It's what the boat is in.
It's in water. Yeah.
We are so off topic, but that's right. We will get the fights too. But anyways, now I forget what I said. Oh, so on the break, we actually went from. And we didn't have a lot of fans on the Facebook page. We only had 173. Pretty low, in my opinion.
That's a lot more than I have.
It is a lot more. It's a lot more friends than you have that you've met your whole life, actually.
True.
Okay, so 173, I'm happy to say, in that 6-week break, we went to 1,033. So
that's almost 10 times as many.
I know, right?
Wow.
That's pretty amazing. So I'm happy with that. So we've got a lot more fans.
Are some of those my friends now, though?
I doubt it. They probably don't like you. I don't even think they like me. It's just they like MMA.
You can go onto my page. And then I can get up from like 10 to like 20.
That would be legit.
I could do the same thing.
That would be legit. On Twitter, we went from roughly 1,200 to actually we hit 1,500 a day. So like
I still have like 63 Twitter followers. So
that is awesome.
I feel good about that.
Yeah,
I get that to like 70 sometime this next year.
You know what I feel too is that it's not so much the quantity, it's the quality. And lately, I've been changing gears and trying to interact more with the people that I already, follow me, I follow them, blah, blah, blah. And, I've met through the Twitter MMA MADE show, met some cool people. We got a great support team, Team MMA for Life. Everybody that's on there, they're awesome. And there's a lot of
you got a good potential for having some friends coming up.
I'm hoping, the money's running out, bro.
I'm happy for
After that car that I just bought that you saw, the money is out. You know what I'm saying?
I almost wrecked mine, I'm going to be honest. But with that, I was pushing it a little hard right before. And so I was like... Ooh.
Well, that's because you were running late as always. So you were like...
I always run late. So
revving all cylinders.
I had to push it a little bit.
All 550 horsepower, that son of a...
It's quick. Yeah. It's quick. It's fun, though.
So anyways, back to Fight Pass, which I was talking about. I actually watched a couple old UFC fights. I watched UFC 50. I watched UFC 100. I watched these when I was break.
I think I fought in UFC 50. Was that the one that... 49. I fought 49. My bad.
Oh, man. What a night. So real quick, talk about a couple things here. A lot of stuff's happened since we went on break. Bellator had their first pay-per-view. Pretty successful. I have to say, did good.
They're still cursed, and they still have a last-minute Eddie Alvarez, Chandler. Alvarez goes down. They got to throw someone else in there. Then someone else beats Chandler. They're just cursed.
That kills the mystique of the trilogy for Alvarez and Chandler. Chandler gets beat by... God, help me out here.
Shinyaoki?
No. When he just lost the belt, he fought against See, that's what happens when you go on break. You can't
Who
remember.
Chandler lost to?
Yeah.
Oh, Brooks.
Brooks, thank you. Will Brooks. Will
Brooks.
Thank you. He loses to Brooks, which was a huge underdog. Actually, there's been a lot of...
And still a controversial call.
Yes.
Not a clear cut.
No.
Just like the other part of that pay-per-view is Rampage versus King Mo.
Yep.
Rampage walks over and doesn't feel good about it, thinks he lost. King Mo thinks he won. The decision comes out that it's Rampage, who won, and King Mo's calling out Rampage in the middle. I mean, it's...
Do you think he lost? Do you think Rampage lost?
Rampage thought he lost. That's all that matters to me in my
That's
book.
true.
If you thought you lost and you didn't do enough, and...
Well, that's what King Mo said. He goes, who's going to come over and say, hey, man, we should do this again when you think they won, right? Yeah. If you think you won, you'd be like, dude, I just smashed your stupid butt. You know what I'm saying? Like... So, I don't know. Yeah, and then the whole thing with... So, here's my conspiracy theory, because I love doing conspiracy theories.
You do love doing conspiracy theories.
So, Alvarez gets hurt, right? Now, they knew, and when I mean they, I'm talking Bellator brass. They knew the day that he got hurt. They knew. But they're not going to announce it because they're like, okay, doctor said he should be clear for the fight. So, we're not going to announce it. Coincidentally, the day he got hurt, or according to the sources that I got... The day that his camp... I do have sources.
Oh, okay.
The day that his camp or his management reported it to the Bellator brass, that same night, they announced Tito against Shlemenko for the fight. Now, to me, that's like, dude, we can't lose this. This is our main event. We can't lose our main event and not have enough star power on here. We cannot afford to lose this pay-per-view again. Like they did back in November.
That's not even a conspiracy theory. That sounds pretty reasonable.
Okay, thanks.
Not like a big deal.
Oh, all right.
Like,
well,
they added Tito Ortiz and Shlemenko.
I thought it was more of a conspiracy. No, it's pretty legit.
It doesn't sound like conspiracy theory like, oh, we added one more fight because Alvarez might not be fighting.
Oh. Well, I was talking because of the timing. Because Alvarez hadn't been officially off the card.
I mean, sure.
Thanks,
you know what? I'll let you have that.
Thanks, bud. Thanks.
I'll let you have that.
Thanks.
Good conspiracy theory.
Nice. Anyways, Bellator card, pay-per-view. I don't know if you want to call it a success, a failure, a wash.
The gate supposedly was, or the number of buys supposedly was pretty good, a little bit higher than their estimate, what they wanted, so good for them.
And I bought it because I'm a fan, so we watched it, and people came over, we enjoyed it. I mean, for what it was.
Cool.
Yeah. The other thing, though, that's happened, and a ton of things have happened since we went on break, and we can't obviously talk about everything. 3 things. Well, that's a ton.
Yeah.
But I think what I want to touch on mostly, and I know you'll want to touch on this probably.
I don't touch things like you like to touch on.
Barao versus Dillashaw. Now, Barao's your boy,
I did not see this fight going that way.
Dude, crazy. Now, here's the thing I want to touch on real quick. I'm not going to talk about the fight. The fight's clear-cut, right? Fight's clear-cut. It's 5 rounds of domination. Here's what I want to ask you.
Yeah, he finishes them.
Here's what I want to ask you. They're talking about rematch. And I'll tell you, I'm not a huge fan of rematches, but, to a degree. But here's why I do not like this rematch. And I know the people's argument, and you'll probably have the same argument, but here's my thing. He got dominated for 5 rounds. It was not a close fight by any means necessary. I'm not even a Dillashaw fan. I have nothing against you, TJ, if you're watching, which you're probably not, but I'll just put it out there.
Just in case.
And honestly, like, Barao, I know that's your boy, and you love him and support him. That's cool. And all of us, everyone here that's watching this, if you love MMA, we all have our different fighters that we like. The thing is, 5 rounds of domination. I don't care if he had a 30-fight win streak or whatever it was and hadn't lost in 8 years. He got dominated. What are your thoughts? Go.
I mean, I gotta go to the other side. If I've gone that long with a win streak, I've done what the UFC has asked. I've fought whoever they put in front of me. I've gone that far. He felt like he wasn't prepared. He didn't have the proper camp. He has, whatever his excuse is. And sometimes, honestly, you're going to come out here and have an off night. We've seen good fighters have a bad night. I just watched Tyrone Woodley look just confused or, basically fight a fighter that he wasn't really prepared for. Come in there and, this guy's doing something that I just wasn't prepared for. And I didn't fight the way that I can fight. We've heard a lot of fighters say that the jitters got to me or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Who knows what's going on in personal life. I've had days where I've come in here and I haven't given this everything that I wanted to
And it's rare that you do, actually, because you come in here...
I think he has earned... So that's what I'm saying. I think he's earned a rematch. He's gone so long in his career. He's done everything the UFC has asked. He's given them so many amazing fights, so many beautiful finishes and KOs. He's run through everybody to turn around and say,
All
no,
right.
you're back at the bottom of the ladder. Fight your way back up.
I'll cut you off.
Come on now, really?
I'll cut you off. Real quick. I can't say that those aren't legitimate points.
Because they are.
Because they are to a degree.
They are.
To a degree. Dude, Gustafsson against Jones rated the best fight last year. And they wouldn't even give Gustafsson an instant rematch. And it was a real fight. It was a real fight.
Okay, here's the thing. The UFC doesn't have a clear-cut policy. As always,
yeah,
the
for sure.
UFC very much has the Dana White, Joe Silva matchmaking. Do we want it? Are the fighters going to let this kind of thing happen? Who's got more power in terms of all of that? So everyone's. I mean, it's definitely back and forth. BJ Penn versus Edgar is.
Yeah.
They're going to do a third rematch now with that. There have been some where you thought they deserved it, and some guys don't. Lawler gets the rematch. You know what I mean? It's all over the place.
There's 55 active bantamweight fighters right now in the UFC. 55.
But who do you really believe that you want to see?
Sun Cow?
But he got beat.
No, he hasn't been beat. He's on like a 5 or 6 fight win streak.
He's lost. Okay.
He's on
so
like
he's
a
got 5.
Yeah.
But does that compare to like a 30 fight win streak?
I'm just saying, like, put morale, do what they did to Gustafsson if they're going to do it. He didn't even get a great fight. Make him fight one person and then get a rematch then. I'm not saying put him in the back of the line, but come on, man. And that's the whole thing I hate about the lightweight division. For like 2 years, there was like 4 fighters for the belt in a 2-year period between, Edgar, Maynard, Vincent, and BJ. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, and I get it. I just think at a certain point, if I'm the champ, and at some point they actually build it into their contracts, I get a rematch clause. Yeah. Regardless of how bad it was, hey, if someone comes in and beats me, regardless of him dominating me or him cracking me with a lucky shot, I want another shot.
I feel it on that. Hey, anyways, I know it was short, sweet, quick. We're out of time. We'll talk about more on that though. And but it's great to have you back. Boom.
Back in the saddle again.
Anyways, thank you for watching. MMA Made, Devin Debo Taylor, Mighty. You guys have a great night.